My life looked perfect on paper. I had the job, the relationship, the approval. I built everything by the book, but inside I felt empty. The ache never left, no matter how hard I tried to be grateful. I smiled, pretended played the part everyone expected, but the act was exhausting, the applause hollow. I was losing myself, fraying at the edges. Something had to change. I just didn't know how to begin. One morning, as the sun gently streamed through the window, casting a soft glow, I paused before my reflection and I really looked at myself in the mirror. Looked. Not just a passing glance, but a deep, searching gaze. And what I saw startled me. I saw a stranger, tired, lost, the weight of the world etched onto every line of her face, the spark gone, the light that used to dance in my eyes extinguished. Where was the girl who dreamed big, who chased after every star, who believed anything was possible? A quiet voice inside whispered, barely audible at first, "This isn't you. This isn't who you're meant to be." The truth was gentle but firm, a quiet knowing that resonated deep within my soul. I'd silenced it for so long, buried it under layers of obligation and expectation, but now I couldn't ignore it. The dam had broken, and the truth was flooding in. Fear crept in, a cold, clammy hand gripping my heart. What would it mean to change everything? To dismantle the life I had so carefully constructed? My job, the career I had poured my heart and soul into, my relationship, the foundation I thought was unbreakable, my whole life. Everything I thought I knew? It felt like standing on a cliff's edge, the wind whipping around me, threatening to push me over. The world I knew behind me, safe and familiar, but ultimately unfulfilling. The unknown ahead, vast and terrifying, yet filled with a strange, undeniable pull. But that voice kept urging, a persistent whisper that grew louder with each passing moment. Choose. Choose yourself. There comes a moment when you realize you've been living a life that isn't truly yours, a life shaped by the expectations of others, the demands of a job, or the dynamics of a relationship. It's a heavy realization, a crossroads where you have to decide whether to continue down that path or forge your own. So I chose me. No drama, just a quiet promise to find myself again, to rediscover the person I was before the world told me who to be. It was a commitment to self-discovery, a gentle turning inward to listen to my own heart. I left my job, calmly, without needing anyone's approval. It was a decision made from a place of deep self-respect, a recognition that my worth wasn't tied to a paycheck or a title. The relationship was harder, but I spoke my truth with kindness. It was important to me that even in parting, I honored the connection we once shared, expressing my needs and feelings with compassion and clarity. It wasn't about blame, it was about becoming whole. It was about recognizing that sometimes, even with the best intentions, two people can grow in different directions. And the kindest thing is to allow each other the space to flourish independently. Each step away from my old life made me lighter. The weight of expectations slipped off. Fear lingered, but relief grew stronger. The fear of the unknown was still there, a shadow lurking at the edges, but the overwhelming sense of freedom and possibility began to eclipse it. The path ahead was uncertain, but finally it was mine. My own path to walk. The days after were quiet, a stillness settling in that I hadn't known before. The whirlwind had passed, leaving behind a sense of calm, but also a vast emptiness. It was a strange and unfamiliar landscape, sometimes lonely. The silence amplified the absence, and the solitude felt heavy at times. I grappled with the echoes of the past, the memories that lingered like shadows. Doubt whispered, insidious little voices questioning my choices, my worth, my future. Was I strong enough? Had I made the right decision? But my inner voice was stronger now. It was a small flame at first, flickering in the darkness, but it refused to be extinguished. It reminded me of my strength, my resilience, my inherent value. I learned to be patient with myself, with the process, with the unfolding of my life, to simply be, to exist in the present moment, without judgment, without expectation, without the need to constantly strive or achieve. Peace bloomed slowly, tentatively, like a fragile flower pushing through the hard earth. like spring after winter. The thaw had begun, and new life was stirring within me. I rediscovered small joys: books, nature, music. Choosing myself wasn't selfish, it was necessary. You can't give from an empty well. Honoring my needs was the truest act of love. This journey is hard, a winding road filled with unexpected turns and challenging climbs. But it's beautiful. Choosing yourself is the bravest first step. You are worth the discovery. You are worth the time, the effort, the love it takes to uncover your true self.